Hello everybody, my name is Kay, aka Vastelle, and welcome back to another commentary. It's been a while, but I miss just kind of sitting down and talking. Sorry if my voice is a little bit weird, I'm a little bit sick right now, but anyway, talking, I figured out, just doing some commentaries on the channel is like low-key therapeutic. Not that I'm like trying to push all my problems on you guys, but I don't know, it's just like fun. Anyway, this video is important because this is a reflection over my first year of college, and I have a lot to say. There are friends that I've asked who are going to give some shared experiences of theirs, and I'm going to be putting them up on screen when I get to it. For personal reasons, I'm going to make this just about my college experience because my high school experience was very interesting, and that's a whole different can of worms that I will open a whole different day. If you know me or you get offended easily, this video probably isn't for you because I'm going to be opening up about some personal struggles that I faced this year and giving a few honest opinions, and if you don't really like that, then that's okay. I can't really tell you to click off this video or not, but just a warning. I can promise you though that this video does include a picture of my dog, so that's a plus. Anyway, I've divided this up into some topics, so the first one is that it took a while for me to get used to living on my own. And I guess you can kind of argue that college really isn't living on your own because, like, I have a roommate. But the point is I'm not living with my family, really. I moved to a bigger city with better internet. I'm living with a roommate who I had never met before going to college. We had obviously talked over social media and stuff a few times, but it was definitely a learning experience. Also, trying to make friends was a thing. And I really missed my dog, Frankie, and here's a picture of her because she's like the love of my life. I love you, Frankie. You're cute. Another thing that I realized was really hard is learning how to properly shop and manage money. That's difficult, but it is possible to learn on your own. So I was able to kind of start doing that. But I think the one big thing that I really want to just take a minute to talk about is the fact that I learned how to establish boundaries. Establishing boundaries is really challenging, especially because, like, to me, it's really freaky at first because I'm someone who's terrified. Like, I'm like downright paranoid and terrified about confrontation. I will go to the greatest lengths to avoid confrontation. So if somebody ever challenges me to some sort of weird boxing fight in the future, don't be surprised if I chicken out because I am just not about that. I hate it so much. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I was really terrified of establishing boundaries and sticking up for myself, but I've learned, or I guess I've had to learn to do that this year, and I've had to learn how to say no to things that I don't really feel comfortable with, and that's given me a feeling of more self-worth. Here is where one of my life's biggest blessings have come into play, and I mean that a little bit dramatically, with like just for some dramatic flair, because this was just a week of college orientation. But the fact that the school offered this for incoming freshman students who were like right out of high school was really, really nice. Essentially, we got a whole week before classes really started to just kind of meet with our club leaders and in like a group of people that we were kind of similar to in terms of like an interest in a course we were going to take or whatever. And we had some club leaders and we had like activities planned that entire week, and I got the luck of having really nice orientation leaders and a group that was generally welcoming and accepting, which actually I heard a few horror stories about groups that weren't quite as such, but the point is I had some good luck with that, and I met some hilarious people. I met one of my super close friends who I won't name for her privacy, but overall going to orientation really helped me branch out a little bit, and I really appreciate that. And on top of that, I got to join a club, which I call it my show club, or my show group, and essentially every Wednesday night I get together with a group of people and we put on a little show, and I do like news stuff, and it's super, super fun. I like these people, and orientation week was just one of the best things that happened in the first week of college. This is where things start to take a little bit of a turn. See, this section is called procrastination, and I called that for a very specific reason, mostly because procrastination has followed me throughout my entire life as far back as I can remember. In high school, even though I didn't really plan to talk about it, I just sucked at doing things on time. I did homework, and I did stuff the best I could, but procrastination goes perhaps a little bit too far beyond high school for me. It really, I don't know, I procrastinate with a lot of things, and it's been crazy, and procrastination sucks, and oh my gosh. But honestly, I was surprised to say my mental health, with procrastination involved, has remained quite steady throughout the year, which I was a little bit surprised about because I didn't think I'd make it through a whole year by myself. I like to think that I come off a little bit independent and happy about my freedom, but I think deep down I'm much more reliant on human connection than I really thought I was, which I suppose isn't really that strange, but I've had trouble admitting that in past years, so saying it now kind of helps me with some of my personal perspective. Procrastination, like most people, I really suck at having compassion for my future self. And instead, I wait till the last minute to do stuff on almost any sort of topic or project. I get random spurts of inspiration and energy to do the most random bullshit. And I just do it. I just do it without thinking about my future self's problems, which has unfortunately led to some really tough nights. My procrastination has ranged from lacking on assignments, ghosting text messages when things are getting tough, and in extreme cases, I tend to isolate to avoid problems. Yeah, it's just stupid. But in all honesty, I really want to strive to do better in this area, which will probably be its own journey that will probably last beyond college, but that's okay, because I want and I plan to try. Luckily, I've been able to have a few really empathetic teachers who have tried their best to understand what I'm going through and what I have gone through this year. For other teachers, that wasn't quite the case, and with some of them, empathy was or seems like almost non-existent, which has led to even more stress and a few tearful nights. I think this taught me a lot about self-appreciation more than anything. I've learned that even if I don't get everything done on my checklist for any given day, I'm still a worthwhile human being, even if it's not in these teachers' eyes. But the world keeps turning, people don't slow down, which means I can't really slow down either, and it's one of those things where you start to figure out that there's a fine line between self-care and self-responsibility. Like, yes, I can be compassionate for myself and understand that I am a human who needs rest, but also, things don't get done if I don't do them, and that's a responsibility that lies on my shoulders and my shoulders alone. Luckily, I have learned a few helpful tips for myself that have helped me just a little bit navigate college and stuff like that. And here's this part of the video where I'm going to overwhelm you with all of that. So feel free to take away anything you can, and if you can't, it's okay, because some of these might not work for you. Use a planner. Please, for the love of God, use a motherfrickin' planner. Okay? Just do it. I use Google Sheets. Some people like writing things down, but just do it. It helps you so much, and I still kind of suck at it, but I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. Along with that, daily checklists, okay? Just do them. Just little things, because it might seem stupid at first, but sometimes you just really need it, even if you don't want to admit it. Sometimes it just be like that, okay? Also, go outside, go shopping, go on walks, hang out with your friends, do anything that will just keep you outside of your dorm sometimes. Like, obviously, take time to rest, but hang out with people. On top of that, get sleep. Don't be like me and stay up till 4 a.m. reading random fanfiction. Also, remember to shower and just use basic hygiene, because even though it might seem like something super simple, that can really make a difference in your day-to-day life, just remembering to shower, brush your teeth, and wash your face. And overall, try to keep your area clean and tidy. Even if it's just doing a little, 2-minute pickup every day, just keep your floor clean. Something specifically for teachers and professors, okay? Compassion has worked wonders for me. That and strict organization, but that doesn't matter. The amount of frustration that I have towards teachers whom I have messaged and emailed trying to be a good communicator, only to get ghosted and scolded after class for not getting stuff in on time, is beyond me. Even if you can't give an extension for an assignment, which I understand, because at the end of the day, we are college students, it is our responsibility. If you can't give an extension, tell your students you understand or that it's okay, because I wish I heard that more. And if you're a student who's not hearing those words, no, it's okay. You will be okay. You're trying your best, and that's all you can really do. I mean, college is a cluster anyway. We're all struggling, so trust me, I can promise you're probably not doing as bad as you think you are. Also, I have a list of what not to do. Mostly a list of my grievances and bad experiences, but I need to include some humor in here because it is how I cope. Anyway, please don't laugh at other students when they're giving presentations, because you look like a butt face. You just do. your face just looks cheeked up, okay? And not in the good way. When you laugh at other people when they're giving their presentations, you are immediately very dislikable because everybody else around you can tell that you are still in your high school high. If you're doing laundry as well, do not take out other people's clothes when they're still drying, okay? This might be a little bit petty to bring this up in my YouTube channel, and maybe it is, but I'm going to do it because the amount of times this year I've had my very, very wet, soaking clothes thrown on the floor is concerning, okay? It's concerning. Don't disrespect the janitors. They work incredibly hard to make dorms a livable, nice place, and the janitors on my floor are so nice. They literally just are. Just say hello. Just say hello to them. They're nice people. Also, don't sit inside and avoid all your problems. I have actual proof that when you do that, they will come and, like, knock at your door. Like, trust me when I tell you this, okay? I'm not gonna give that proof because it's an incredibly embarrassing story that I'm just not ready to talk about yet. People will knock on your door. Your problems will knock on your door. Don't avoid them, okay? Just get through them. I have started to face a large regret, probably my biggest one so far in life. And this is something I would like to personally kick past me in the face for. I allowed society to pressure me into going to a 4-year college. The one I go to is very nice, has some very lovely people, it's a generally nice, welcoming place. But I think I might be regretting my decision to not at least just have thought about going to college just a bit more before I committed. Like, yes, I had a summer, but I'll explain, okay? I'll explain. I love the friends and family who told me to just go for college because, you know, in some way, it has been a wonderful experience. But I incredibly disagree with just going, okay? I wish I would have just taken maybe a year off or even just a couple of months just to work, get some money, and decide if college was something I really wanted to pursue. I love my major in journalism and film, but I'm getting to the point where I'm not sure it'll do me much good. I've learned a lot, but I feel like I could have learned more from flat-out experience. My film teacher in particular is one of the most nice, smart people I know, and luckily he's really changed my views on how I watch film as a whole, which has helped me up my skill in creating RP content. But I didn't learn how to learn in a college class up until like 2 months ago. Like, trust me, there's learning in a high school setting and there's learning in a college setting. Like, I had to learn how to learn, and that was something else. Overall, waiting might have been just a little bit more beneficial for me. Maybe it wouldn't have, I don't know. All I know is, while I've learned a lot of what I have learned has had to come from a place of anxiousness and this incredible fear of failure. And maybe that's how it is for all people, but honestly, those who pressured me into going to college right away were mostly people who didn't go to college themselves or had very little experience in what college is actually like. I faced a lot of romanticization of the college culture when in reality, it's just a lot of studying and walking to your classes. I've made friends. I've had good experiences. I met Mike Flanagan. That was pretty cool. Kate Siegel, I met her. If you don't know who those people are, they're the directors and the main actress of the movie Hush, which I think is a really good movie. Maybe, I don't know, that's just me, but I like it. But overall, I just wish I would have just given myself a little bit more time to think. Because in reality, I have rushed myself a lot in life to get things done, and I should have just waited. I should have just waited and thought just a little bit more. And maybe other people disagree, which I think is perfectly okay. And maybe that'll change in a couple years' time. Maybe I'll think it was amazing for me to just jump right into college and get that experience, meet those people, get out there. But, you know, I guess you never really know until you have enough time to look back and reflect on those years, which I guess I'm kind of doing right now, but it's my first year of college. I don't really have anything to compare it to. So, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll make more of these videos and go on about some of my future college experiences. If you guys are interested, you guys don't have to be, but maybe low-key putting this out on the internet is a little bit therapeutic because at least I'm not just bottling all up inside. So I don't know. Point is, it's your life. Do what you want with it. You only get one life. You're only gonna have one life as far as I know. Live your life for yourself. Live it for yourself and live it under your terms. Anyway, I'm going to include some little advice snippets from friends, and yeah, have a great day. Keep dreaming. Have a wonderful time. consider subscribing, because my next goal is 650, which I think is pretty awesome. Thanks for getting us to 600 subscribers. Anyway, peace out, guys. Let me know if you guys still like this content. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Keep dreaming, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!